Got a great question from a viewer, Glumpy68, on a video that says, do you ever have items that you can't sell, and what do you do with them, basically? And so that happens all the time. I do inventory my store at least like 2 to 3 times a year, where I try to look at every item that I have in my storage behind me and make sure, first of all, that it is actively listed on eBay. And then I really look for things that have been here in storage for a long time. Like for me, a long time is like 3 or 4 months. I like things to turn really fast, to sell really quickly. If it hasn't sold in 6 months or more, I'm looking at getting rid of it, as long as the price is about $10 to $15. If it's under $10 or $15 and still no one is buying it, I go ahead and move it on. So I usually do one of two things. I either have a garage sale, which I try to only do about once a year, because I don't want to be that person that's having a garage sale like every other weekend and you don't get a good turnout. And otherwise, you just donate the items. And so let me show you what I'm getting out of my inventory tonight. So it's the beginning of January, and so I start with items that are Christmas items that didn't sell during Christmas, because if they didn't sell during Christmas, it's very unlikely they're going to sell any other time of the year. So I have this set of 4 mugs that look to make a Christmas tree. I just thought it was so cool looking, but you can see that they're really not branded, and so I think that might be the biggest problem with these. These are down to about $14 in my store, and I just don't think they're going to sell, so I'm going to donate them. This lot right here that didn't sell on eBay maybe has to be the funniest thing I've ever just like donated, like that I expected it to sell and it didn't. So I laid it all out here on my shipping table. As you can see, it appears to be someone's collection of like an ultimate fan collection of Clint Bowyer, a NASCAR racer. I mean, I got this at a garage sale for $25 from the guy who owned it. I don't know if Clint Bowyer did something really bad to really upset this fan. I have no clue, but we've got the hat, the seat cushion, stickers, credential holder. He must have gone to the race. Beer bottle holder, lunchbox, license plate frame, some type of like plastic sign, pennant, another sign of some sort, another sign, and another sign, and a beer bottle opener. I started this lot out really highly priced. It got all the way down to $30-some, and I finally ended the item because there were 4 more hats that they say Rush Truck Centers, and those actually sell pretty well by themselves on eBay. I don't know if it's going to sell with the number 14 on the side. This one was dirty, and so I'm going to donate this one, but the other 4 are in nice, clean condition. So what I did was I ended this whole lot right here, and I'm going to donate these, and then I relisted each hat individually. This next one didn't even make it out of the unlisted pile before I put it in the donate pile. I think it's actually a pretty cool poster. It's a 1992 Jimi Hendrix poster. Unfortunately, it's in very poor condition. It's got a pretty bad tear over here. It's torn up at the top. It's just got tape on it. None of these have actually sold in the last 3 months on eBay, and the lowest one price is at $25. I would have to price mine significantly lower than that, and so at that point, to me, it's just not worth it. Going straight to Hal donation. Here's another one that's going straight from the unlisted pile to the donation pile. This is obviously an LSU football helmet, but I cannot for the life of me figure out what this is on the back. I couldn't figure out if it was like a hitch cover or what. I saw it at Goodwill and thought, oh, I'll just figure it out later. Looked all over Google Lens, tried really hard, and I could not figure it out. So I guess I'm going to send it to Goodwill or a donation center. If you guys know what it is, try to comment below, and maybe before it gets sent there, I can revive it out of the donation pile. Vintage Barbie is a new category that I'm pretty determined to learn on for eBay, and I picked this up. It was down to $11.25 on eBay before I ended it. It's just in pretty poor condition. I mean, it is vintage from 1968 case, but you can see the inside. It's not in the best of condition, and I just think that someone that's looking to spend, you got to figure that shipping is going to be $12 to $15 additionally. They're looking for something in nicer condition than this. Right here is where I used to keep all of my kitchenware, and you can see some that I still do, but things that are more breakable I'm taking out of here and I'm putting up here on this shelf. Here is the next item. It is this Harley Davidson pretty heavy glass mug. You can see I've got it listed for $9.74, which is already pretty low, with only 2 views, and so that's below my $10 to $15 threshold for what I'm going to sell. It's not in great condition. The letters are peeling off. The bottom is kind of frosted, and so I'm going to donate this one and end the item. Another great way to go through your inventory on eBay, if you're not going to do it physically, is you go to the selling page of your eBay profile, hit refine. Mine is usually set on stuff that is either highest price or newly listed, but what I like to do is hit oldest listings to see the stuff that's been sitting in your store the longest and go through it like this. All right, I found one that I'm going to end the item. It's listed at $8.40. It's a set of 5 community helpers. Let me find them. This is a set of 5 community helpers. To be honest, when I first saw this at the estate sale, I saw the policeman and I thought, what are the village people doing here? But that's not the case. So this website is a pretty cool website right here. It's called watchcount.com because as far as I know, you can't find this information on eBay, which is kind of strange. And so what you do is go to watchcount.com, you put in the eBay ID number right here. I wanted to know when I listed this item, because I know it's been months. And so it actually, you have to detoggle search sold because mine are not sold, they're unlisted now, ended. And so you scroll down, shows that it was first listed Friday, August 9th of 2024, and so sure enough, it's been about 5 or 6 months. The price is certainly low enough if someone was going to buy it, I feel like they were going to buy it. Obviously, for your more valuable items that you're waiting for just the right seller, maybe you wouldn't use this methodology, but for this one, that's kind of, you know, it's a good way to know when you listed something if you don't have your own sales data. Here's the next 2 items. It's actually one lot that we're going to end. These are listed for about $11. Hey, it's my new shop cat that's showing up. That's Mix eBay right there, walking into the garage. This cat just randomly showed up 2 days ago and started hanging out with me, so it's back. So anyway, both of these decals are damaged on the back. They're unusable, and I just shouldn't have bought them in the first place, and so they're down to $11. No one's going to buy them. Ending the item, they've been listed since September. Here's the next item. It is a vintage RFD TV denim denim hat. It is like I think this is a TV channel that is specifically a farm TV channel, maybe just local, and it's in pretty poor condition, so it's very specific to who would want to buy this. It's in bad condition. It's down to $6 on my store. I'm ending the item. The next item right here, another denim hat, hula girl dancer. I thought it was vintage. It's not. I've got it down to $5. It's not going to sell. Here's another good reason for doing this. This next item right here, this vintage map, I can't find it right now in my storage, and so I am going to end this item because I don't want it to sell, and then I can't find it. Here's the next one, little toddler Pokemon Crocs in really pretty poor condition. You can see the toes are really scuffed. I knew that at the garage sale. I knew I was making a mistake. I did it anyway. They were down to $8. They're not selling. My goal of 2025 is also to only source really nice condition items, because on eBay, even though lots of people are mainly, you know, buying used items, they still expect those items or want those items to be in really nice condition. They don't want to waste their money. The Jordan 2008 white stealth that I'm ending, they're at $18 and they're not selling. There's damage on them somewhere. I'll find it. Right there is like cracking underneath. I just think that they're just not clean enough. I don't really know why they're not selling, but I'm moving them on. Here's a good reason for doing this too, going through all your inventory. This vintage Buckmaster hat, let me find it. It's at $18. That's insanely high for this hat. I'm going to keep it, but lower the price to $9. So as far as ending items, that's probably all the ones that I'm going to end. I have a lot on my list, though, that now I'm going to slash the price. So if I'm not ending them, I'm going to just slash the price in half if something's like, you know, $30 or more, or maybe not half, but I'm definitely going to just make it a lot cheaper. And so that's kind of the process that I go through. Thank you so much for that question. Comment below what you guys do to move on your stale inventory. One last thing I was going to mention, these 2 little cup mugs right here were in my listed, and I ended the item because I love them so much. If I've learned anything from selling on eBay for almost a decade, is when you find really cool stuff that you're drawn to, the worst thing that can happen is if it sells and then you just regret not having kept it. And so I'm getting better about trying to keep things that I like that are really unique. And I just think these, I think they call them like turkey something cups. I don't even know, but they didn't sell. And, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm keeping these. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Early Bird Picker. I'm Rafa. As always, I'll see all y'all in the next video.